Okay, guys, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to stick this video in the academy, but eventually you'll stumble upon it, and it'll be very helpful towards your advanced production and middle ground production level. So, a lot of times, in fact, this came to me last night, so let me just read again. Yeah, people, when we're talking about production, people layer. I think, and what I've found through students asking questions, is people layer because they get impatient. So what I mean by that is, instead of just finding a sound that works, which could take an hour or two or three, it could, they get impatient and just start throwing crap at the wall to see what sticks. Well, I kind of like this sound, I kind of like that sound, I kind of like the other sound. So let me just take all three and slash them together and cram them into this thing, and that's my lead sound. No. Um, don't get impatient. If you stumble across a sound that you like, make a note of it in your phone or something. And if it doesn't give you that initial feeling, make a note of it and just move on. I like that sound. I'm not sure if it's right for this project. I'll make a note of it and move on. The last thing that you want to do is get impatient with a track and just start layering out of, just punch drunk, just throwing punches at anything and anybody, stumbling around with your eyes closed, not knowing what you're doing. Um, and excuse me for 1 second, because like I said, this came to me last night just as I was falling asleep, and it's true. I just want to make sure I get all the points out. They don't take time to stock quality presets, go through them, think about if they fit or not, and make the tough decision to keep them. Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. What I just said here, here's what the note reads. They layer because they get impatient. So, in other words, you layer because you get impatient and don't take the time to stock up, have an inventory of quality presets. You don't take the time, furthermore, after getting the quality presets to go through them. And then furthermore, you don't take the time to have quality presets, go through them, and then think about if they fit your song or not, and then make the tough decision to keep them or delete them for that song or that track or that project. So there's a few things at play there. Number one, guys, you have to have, and I've talked about this a bunch in this academy, you have to have quality presets. You have to take the time to buy quality presets. Once again, that's why a lot of times I just go with Nexus, because it's easy, it doesn't force me to do sound design, and I know their stuff is good. So they get impatient and they don't take the time to layer properly. So get quality presets and layering will be a lot easier. Once you get quality presets, you can go through them quickly and easily and decide, because everything sounds good, it's a lot easier to make the decision. When you've got 3 or 4 mediocre sounds and you don't really know what the heck to do with them, so you combine them all, to me, for Nexus, that doesn't happen. It's like, well, I can go through it and I can be like, yeah, everything sounds good because everything is basically a commercial top quality sound, whether it be, or I shouldn't say commercial, but like a well-known, recognizable to the ear sound. So here's the thing. When I layer, it's very easy. It's very easy. And a lot of times I don't even need to layer a whole lot. And here's why. When I layer, it's easy because I have decided to go with a company that, in my opinion, only puts out quality sounds. So it's very easy for me when I buy a pack from them, whether it be dubstep or EDM or tropical or whatever, Moombahton or 80s or funky house. I buy those packs and I know they're great. I know everything in it is pretty much great. So when I need to layer, first of all, when I made the decision, I'm going to need to layer this, it's easy because all I do is pull up my couple hundred or couple thousand presets. I start rolling through them. And one thing that is never in question, which makes my life a lot easier, is the quality. No matter what I go with, the quality is there. The quality is good. So I don't even have to think about that. A lot of you are skipping the need to spend money on quality presets. And so before you even decide, does this fit as a layer, you're actually hurting yourself by having to decide, is this up to the quality standard that I need it to be? Then, once that's decided, and if it's a yes, then is this the layer that I need? You're adding work that is unnecessary. Just buy quality stuff, and then your layering becomes easier because it's not a question of, is this quality? That's not even in my mind. The quality's there. It's just, does this layer fit? Yes or no? No, move on to the next. Does this layer fit? Yes or no? No, move on to the next. And I rinse and repeat that process for like an hour, if need be, maybe even 2 hours, um, and really find a stack of multiple sounds that really go well together if need be. But here's the beautiful thing about this, and this is where kind of the snake eats its own tail, if you will. If you have quality sounds in the first place, a lot of times I find with my style, I don't even need to layer that much. It doesn't mean I never layer. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't layer. It's just I find a lot of times I don't even need to layer that much. Or if I do, it's not like I see a lot of people doing where it's like 5, 6, 7 layers. It's like 3, you know? Maybe something for the top end, something for the mids, and then something wide. 3 layers at most. So, and of course that role will flex. It just depends on what the song really needs. But I don't have sessions that have super deep stacks of layers and layers and layers and layers. I don't need to. Number one, because the quality is there, and number two, I have a clear vision of what I want to do. So get quality presets, 2-layer if need be, and then you won't need to make the hard decision of is this quality, and then if it's quality, does it fit? Get a ton of presets, have patience with that inventory of a ton of presets to go through them and find the layer that you actually need if your song is calling for a layer. Think about if it fits, and if it doesn't, it's no big deal because it's still a good quality sound that you could use some other time. So when you take the time to make that decision of whether or not it fits, it becomes a lot easier. But you can make that decision of whether or not it fits much easier because you have quality presets. So in closing, only get quality presets. Don't take the bait of like free presets, free presets, free presets, or cheap presets. If you only have quality stuff, it's very easy to make quality tracks quickly and easily because everything falls into place because they all sort of fit together already. So I hope that helps you guys. That's a big one. So if there's anything about this video you didn't understand, go back and listen to it again because that's a big one for sure. So if that didn't feel impactful to you, go back and listen again because it's huge.